Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Junior with a classic VW Bug. It's sunny today and it's only 48 degrees, so that's not too bad. It's been really cold here, so I have been just really laid back and not doing much with the car. So let's see what we can do today. So we got the floor pan here. I do want to go back over it and recoat that stuff, but I have to wait to at least it's over 55. So let me go ahead and drop this just down this way. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, so I got that wheel with one of the drums already installed in it, and that one right there. And the plan is to take those two tires and install them in the back so we can start making this floor pan a roller for ease of in and out of the shed so I could work on it. In the front here, I might just get a cart that I can just slip under the front fork, and for now that should work. Once I install those two tires, then I want to go ahead and try the two heater channels for hole alignment here. For that, I have two brand new sets of hardware, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and start on this end here. I need to get that wheel drum that it's installed out so I can get this whole one as a whole piece. So let's go ahead and work on that. Okay, she's out and she needs replaced. I'm just getting out. Hopefully I can get those wheels in here without having to stress too much. I think I may have to shift this towards that way about another 2 inches to get the tire installed. We'll see. But if that's the case, then I might just use the jack to just slide it over. That should do it. Let's see. Just like so. That should be it right there. Just put this guy here for safety purpose only, and I think I gotta get a wire brush to clean that. Let's give it a test fit. Let's try that. Okay, it looks like that's gonna work. When I install it, I'm gonna put a little bit of white lithium grease for the time being, so I can get it out easily next time I get it out. And next step is to try and fit this tire and see if she's gonna go over those brake shoes easy. I don't want this guy in there. Move that a little bit more that way. Let's see. There we go. There we go. And let's put some of this grease there. gonna stress because this is temporary, okay? So I'm going to get here. Let's see if I can put this in here. Like a glove. She went in like a glove. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. She went in like a glove. Now we're gonna put a little bit of this here. Okay. And we put this nut in here. It's gonna go in with the hand. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Roll. That's good for now. That's pretty darn good. Okay. There she is. Doesn't need to be that tight, so I just need it to go back and forth. So it looks like we can now go ahead and put this down. So, perfect. Okay, so now we move to the front, and in the front what we're going to do is I have a little cart somewhere here, and we're going to use that. Okay, so off camera, as I went and got that little plastic cart that I have now under the floor pan. Now it's going to be easy for me to move it back and forth until I install the front McPherson suspension back in it, so I can put the body over that. So my next step now is going to be to try to fit the heater channels onto that floor pan to see how we are. So for now, all I want to do is try to get this as high as I can get it off the ground. Let's grab a box of hardware and let's see where we at. This. to get a drill bit and widen the opening of that so that the screw can actually align and does not, you know, cross thread the treads. So I'm gonna leave that for later. But it's almost 5 and I have to go do something, so I'm gonna leave it there for now. We'll catch up back on this later. So hello friends, welcome back. It's Tuesday. So Monday I got the floor pan on the floor, installed those rear tires, and I'm about to install the heater channels just to do like a test fit for hole alignments. But yesterday I noticed that one of the bolts was not going in straight. It was kind of like misaligned. So I want to go ahead and share with you what is the actual issue. So I'm going to go ahead and use a round file to try and clean the edge of it, that it's making it go in not aligned, so that I can get a bolt in there and not have to struggle with it later on. Now I could use a sink bit. I do have one, but by the time I go back to the garage and come back, I can probably just knock it out with just a little small file. So let me go ahead and show you that. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around. If you look here, that edge, it's almost at the very far end of the treads on the nut, and that's not allowing me to have that bolt actually bolt in straight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a file and basically grind that down a little bit so that I can put my bolt through with ease. I'm going to do that off camera, but I just wanted to show it to you, then I'll bring you back. I have a half round miniature file here, and this is what I'm going to use to do the cleaning around the edge and see if I can get that you know, pretty close so that I don't have to struggle trying to get that bolt in. Okay, so it really didn't take much. If you look there, I was able to notch that a little bit with the file. And then we're going to try this. This here. I think that's fine. Okay. Now I have to remove all of these bolts. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're good. So
Okay, so the heater channel, it's installed. All the bolts are hand tight. I have a bolt here in the front end to help me align the heater channel as I installed all of the other ones. This bolt is actually pinched because the heater channel is actually stressing the floor pan, and one of the reasons is because it somehow is not perfectly aligning all the way down. And yes, all of the bolts are already installed, but it's just stressing the floor pan in a manner that it's not sitting completely flat. So it's sort of like warp, if that makes sense. So the idea I am entertaining for now, before I do something else, is, as you can see, the front opening here is elongated for that front end where you see that first bolt right there. So one of the thought processes is that I could just elongate every single one of those bolts all the way down from the front to the end. Keep in mind, this is a donor floor pan that I purchased from somebody else who actually did the installation of the new floor pans onto the tunnel. I don't know if this person had to trim or not, and if he trimmed, how much he trimmed it to make it fit. But this being aftermarket part, that's a very common thing to do, especially with all of these aftermarket sheet metals that you buy. Somehow you end up having to do some kind of work on it. So the thought process I have right now is to basically remove this and go ahead and install it in the original floor pan for Frankenstein and see if I still have the same issue with it. If I don't have the same issue, so I may have to redo or rework these floor pans. That's basically my thought process right now with what's going on.
And obviously I'm gonna get it out, and basically what you do is you see these holes right here. So these are round shape. This one is kind of like oblong, right? So what you want to do is kind of like do the same concept for all of them. The reason being is because you got that big washer right here. You got this big washer that is gonna make up for the hole being a little bit extra wide. So we're basically are going to oblong those holes, if that makes sense. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that off cameras. Let me try to see how is the alignment on that one. And I know it's a little bit of a duplicate effort because I can just go ahead and just, make those holes bigger now. But I want to see how far off we are. If we're not far and it's gonna work, I don't want to have to, to do extra work. So I had this idea. I install all of the bolts, and what I'm going to do is actually use them to help me align. The hole on the floor pan is bigger than the head of the bolt. So if, as I am installing it, one of the bolts won't go in, so I can easily identify which one I would have to actually make it, bigger, if that makes sense. Maybe this here will clarify what I'm trying to say here. So this is an old bolt, just like those new ones. You can see that this hole here is oblong, so that goes in easily. This one is round, perfectly round, and this goes in easily. So what I'm going to do is, with the bolt already installed, I'm going to go ahead and try to fit that over the holes. If one of them does not allow me to install, then I know that that hole I will have to make it wider, if that makes sense. So basically I'm taking this piece right here, just like so, and I'm going to use the bolts as guide pins, starting from the end here,
here. So I already encounter another problem here. Okay, so we're taking this guy out. Here. And interesting. Okay, so this seat mount, it's hitting against the heater channel. So I'm wondering if I have to notch this out or what. So let's see. From here, let me try from the other side. So let me start here. Those in. Get that in. Okay. So I have to get something to scry with. So right here, you see this flange right there? I scribed it. This is the seat support. So this flange is actually hitting that. So I'm gonna go ahead and notch that out. And then try it one more time. So that's what we need to do for now.
So I notch off like about 3/8 of an inch, and I went and test fitted over
the OEM floor pan that came with Frankie.
The majority of them pretty much align.
And that's installing it from the top with all of the bolts installed to work as guide pins, with the exception to, I want to say it was this one right here, or maybe this one.
I think that if I just take it off and install it from the bottom up, it might just align fine. Who knows?
So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try it in this floor pan to see what happens.
I'm gonna leave these here. Let's see what that's gonna do. Okay. That looks like it's clearing this support here, but it needs to go forward. This 90-degree needs to fall over this edge here, and it's not. So let's say that goes just like so right there. All right, friends, so I'm under the floor pan right now, and if you can see here, every single hole on this floor pan, I'm gonna have to notch it to make it a little bit bigger so that I can install the heater channels onto the floor pan. Okay, well, that's the only way, and I am pretty sure that I'm gonna have to do the same on the other side.
So that's Frankie all floor pan. I test fit the heater channel on it, and I'm having the same alignment issue with the holes. So I'm not gonna stress it anymore. And what I'm gonna do is take this floor pan here and just open those holes a little bit more, just as I marked them in the bottom. So if you look back there, I had to take the two rear tires out again so I could move this by myself. And she's gonna go back in the back of the house, but I think I'm going to wait and do that tomorrow because it's getting dark here, and I already punched a tiny hole in my head and I'm bleeding. Yeah, that happens. Anyway, let me go ahead and just wrap it up. Unfortunately, we're not going to get these heater channels test fit well today. I will have to open those holes a little bit bigger, and I have tried not to edit this video so much so you can see all of the trouble that sometimes we go through with these aftermarket parts. So again, thank you for supporting me, supporting my channel. If this is the first time that you're watching my channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And then that's it for today. I'm going to wrap it up right there. Until then, Junior out.